I like Touhou and I like Geometry Dash. A while ago, I made a video on EoSD, who was a creator that made Geometry Dash levels with Touhou songs, and I thought it was pretty cool and I wanted to talk about it, and then I never talked about any other levels aside from EoSD, and I kind of wish I did, because I did find a few levels that had Touhou songs in them. I just didn't talk about them because, I don't know. So, in this video, I'm going to go through and talk about as many Touhou levels that interest me as possible, and that's how this video is going to go. We're going to talk about a bunch of cool, decorated Touhou levels that I found interesting, and end the video off by talking about my 3 favorite Touhou levels in Geometry Dash, and that's how this video is going to go. I don't know how long I'm going to keep this intro up. By the way, all the footage you see in this video is botted, and also sorry about the fast intro, I didn't know how to do one for this. First up, we got Lunatic Fantasy by All Voice. You will hear that name again, mark my words. We're already off to a great start with the Touhou theming. I mean, look! There's Sakia from Imperishable Night! She also throws knives, and also a yin-yang orb. I'm pretty sure that's one of her weapons. And also, she throws talismans. That's also a classic Sakia weapon. And there's even a symbol referencing her likeness right here. Aside from the decoration, the gameplay is pretty fun. I don't really like fast-paced levels too much, but I mean, I'll give a pass for this one. There's a part in this level that I'm a huge fan of where you dash orb in between these knives, and that transitions into this really cool tool part. Well, anyway, I really like asymmetric duels, but like slightly asymmetric. It makes it look cooler, I think. And also, I'm a really huge fan of the spider gameplay in this. It's pretty good. I don't really see that much good spider gameplay, so, good job. Anyway, one last thing. I have a feeling All Voice is watching this, so I'd like to request that you fix the level. It's currently still broken, and the fix is as simple as moving the 1 block gap down by 1. If you fixed it by the time this video comes out, then, good job, yippee. Next up we got is Komi Maid, and wow, this is a very colorful level. There is a lot of bright colors in this level. There's a lot of crazy effects. There's a Danmaku section, and there's also an asymmetric duel. I'm not a huge fan of the gameplay compared to Lunatic Fantasy, but the gameplay here is still pretty good, and once you get past all of the effects and actually pay attention to the level, it is a pretty fun time to play. Problem is, you have to get past the flashing colors, and that might be a little hard. This level is also chock full of references. There's a lot more references in this one than Lunatic Fantasy, like Shiki's stick thing, the Hakare Shrine, or that might be Iente, I don't know. There's some point item things, and there's even bamboo. I remember Zune invented that. Man, all these levels are really fast paced. We need something a little bit slower. There we go. This is Flowering Night by Axel K. It came out 9 years ago, so it's a 1.9 level. The decoration does seem pretty basic, and later on, it looks heavily inspired by Theory of Everything 2. I'm fine with that. I like Theory of Everything in Touhou, so fine. It's not rated, unfortunately, but I do recommend you check it out, because it's a fun level. Speaking of which, this nor Lunatic Fantasy were rated. Komi Maid was. But is that the only rated level that uses Sakia's theme? No, there has to be one. Well, that's unfortunate. The only other level that I could find is this one. It's very pink. This is Night of Nights by Ed's Justin, and it's a little weird because the colors are all over the place. This makes things look very interesting. The level starts out with blues and purples as its main colors, then moves on to green, then goes on to pinks and purples. It's a little all over the place, and the level generally just has a bunch of different colors to it. Doesn't really have any coherency to it. That's fine. This is the average 1.9 level. Gameplay also seems a little random. There's a lot of different things that they just throw at you. I find it funny. This is is also somehow rated and Flowering Night isn't. It's strange, but whatever. Anyway, that's all I have to say about those levels. Final Night of Nights level, or Flowering Nights. I forgot what the original was called. Oops. This is Time Paradox, made by someone. I don't know what their name is, because when you go to the level, it shows one name. When you click on the profile, it shows another. So I'm just gonna call him Purple Cube. This level's a little silly. It has this really funny joke that it keeps doing over and over, where all of its speed portals are completely invisible, so you don't know when they're coming up. It's really funny. I hate this level. Gameplay-wise, this level kind of flops in my opinion. There's a lot of fade to blacks and your cube constantly disappearing and the effects sort of just messing with you. I don't really like playing it that much. It's fun to watch though. The clock speeding up time and the glitchiness effects are pretty fun to look at, and it's cool to see the wave gameplay even though you can barely see it at all. I think this level is worth checking out. I just think it's a little bit of a pain to play. Anyway, with that said, that is all of the notable Night of Nights levels that I could find, so on to the next song. Now we're moving on to levels that use UNO and with her, and to start that off, we have Knights of Fire by Soup26. This level is really good. I love this level. The 1.9 level that really heavily focuses on effects, and the effects are really fun to look at, and it's also just a fun level to play and go through. The gameplay is very sync heavy, so your enjoyment might depend on if you like sync gameplay or not, because there's a lot of that. Though there are ship and UFO sections and wave sections where you can do whatever. It's generally a sync level and also an effect level. Well, that's not the right word. I don't know. It has a lot of trippy decoration. Thank Death Moon for a comparison. That's the closest I got. It's a shame that this level didn't get a feature because this was a 1.9 level released in 2.1 and RobTop doesn't care about 1.9 decorated levels anymore. But this level is still really fantastic and I recommend checking it out. Anyway, since we're on the topic of trippy decoration, we should talk about a circles level. There were a couple that were on my list that I just didn't talk about because they weren't really that interesting, but this one is, because they were brave enough to put a spider section in a 9 circles wave. This is Scarlet Circles by Normandy, and it is an interesting circles level. There are 2 backgrounds that the level constantly switches between, and it makes it really hard to see. And also there are 3 very different colors that are flashing during the circles portion that makes it surprisingly harder to see than regular circles levels. I don't know how that was possible. Also, the ship part and ball part are non-existent in place of very heavy cube spam, both at the start and the end of the level. And finally, there's a spider section in the middle of the wave section for some reason. This level is sort of uncomfortable to play, and I think I find it fun because of that. It's weird, and I would recommend just watching it instead of playing it, but it's there to play, and I recommend checking it out. I think we need one more level that has constant flashing lights. How about Scarlet Drop by Ryaku? Now, this level might seem like it's not that interesting at all, and that's where you would be wrong, because it's building up to the worst drop in existence, which consists of the worst flashing lights I have seen in a level. And I only say that because I forgot the name of the level that has the flashing black and white checkerboard in a wave section. This level ain't that good, but it's so bad in a way that I needed to talk about it because, oh my god, that drop. I don't really have anything else to comment on about this level, so off to the next level, which is Owen Is She by LJ Izzle. I don't think that's how you pronounce that, but I'm not gonna try any harder. I'm a huge fan of the level's decoration. It has this weird modern style that I sort of really like. It's like an early 2.1 modern. I'm a fan of it. And this level even has
crème caramel.
Now, the main focus in this level is precision gameplay, because wow, this level is way too hard for me to review at all. It's very heavily focused in precision in a bunch of different game modes, so if you want a pretty difficult unrated hard demon, then you should check this level out. It's pretty cool. Anyway, those are all levels I could talk about in more than a sentence. I still want to bring up Scarlet Day by Yadrix and Touhou Dash by Naim Naro. Touhou Dash I really couldn't give any words on because the level really speaks for itself. I mean, look at this decoration. I don't know how to comment on this. You really have to watch the entire thing by yourself. And then I didn't talk about Scarlet Day just because it's more like an ambient level or has atmosphere stuff. It's a spooky level. I don't really know how to talk about levels with ambience to it, so I just chose not to. But I still recommend checking both levels out because they're really cool to look at and they're not too hard to play, so awesome. Anyway, on to the next section. Now, before we get on to the next level, I want to talk about a list that I made that contains every level that uses a Touhou song, and I want to shout out Ramu Sells Weed because I found his channel and I found all the levels that he played that had Touhou songs and I put them in there, and I also put in a few levels that I found myself to make this list, so shout out to Ramu Sells Weed. Check out the list if you want. With that said, out of every demon on there, and out of every demon in the game, Remember by Bear Ticks is the easiest demon in the entire everything. At least this is the easiest demon in my opinion. It's a medium demon, so some people may disagree. I certainly don't. The only thing that's remotely difficult in this level is the first cube at the beginning being a little tricky to get used to, and the dual part, which is just a little memory section that you sort of just gotta remember and get through. But that's not hard at all. This entire level is very easy to beat, and I'm surprised nobody has ever brought it up. Unfortunately, despite the title, nobody remembered. Which is sad. This level is a nice little thing to just play through, and there's even a cute little swan that you can appreciate for like 30 seconds, because why does this go on for so long? Not gonna lie, I appreciate this level for its song mainly. It's just a MIDI Prism Rivers theme, and I like that a lot. Anyway, you should check this level out. It's a free demon and everybody likes those, so you should play it. I don't know how to segment this into the next level, so it's Border of Life by Winter GD. This is a really short level, but I really like it a lot. It is PCB themed, and I really like everything about it, with the gameplay and the decoration. While there isn't that much decoration, I like what's there, and I enjoy the music too. There's not too much to be said about it. You should play it. Anyway, the next level is a Nong, and this is the only Nong because it's the only one I could find, and that was purely by accident, so this is the only one. And this one is Last Remote by Tire Is a Tonight. Is that This level uses the opening song to Memories of Phantasm. Wait, Memories of Phantasm? Isn't that the anime that has... The song is already a banger, so this level is also a banger as well. It has a lot of really cool sections, and even though they're all really differently decorated, I still really like it. There's a really cool bullet hell section at the end of the level that is fast-paced and hard, and I can't beat it, but it is really cool. The rest of the level is also fast-paced and constantly throws new things at you. I like it. It's a cool level. Check it out. Anyway, so we're just gonna go skip on to the next level, which is Maiden's Cappuccino. I do not know how to pronounce that name, so I'm not going to. This is a fun little demon that has some pretty solid gameplay as long as you're not colorblind, because I'm pretty sure if you can't differentiate the reds in this level, which is the entire thing, this is probably literally impossible for you. There's some fun references in this level with Yin Yang orbs and Reimu's hand shooting out persuasion needles, and that's all the references. There's then more gameplay and then a little break section. Oh, this level cares for you. It lets you have a break for a little too long. That's so nice of the level, though it happens at the very end, so it doesn't really matter all too much. But you know what? It's the thought that counts. This is a fun level, you should check it out. Didn't reserve it for my 3 favorite levels at the end of the video, but it's definitely top 4, so play it. Moving on from a level that has low visibility, let's go to a level that has all the visibility. Immortal Smoke by that name, I don't know how to say it or to start saying it. This level, I was mean to it once, and I'm sorry, but like, this level is, well, you have eyes. It's very bright and hard to see, and it's not very good decoration-wise. I don't want to be mean to a level. It tried, and I appreciate it for that, but this level is a pain to play through, and it's a pain to look at. I get why the level is so bright. It represents fire and stuff, and it probably is a fun challenge if you know everything that's in there, and it is definitely unique decoration-wise. That's all I have to say about this level. I'm sorry. Next up is a level that I would love to show you, but I can't because I don't know how to bot it. It is a memory level that I don't know how to play memory levels, so this is Lunatic Memory by TDM Forever. I guess I shouldn't be surprised that there isn't any footage of this level, because I'm pretty sure Reason's lunatic eyes have been embedded in this level, causing anyone trying to learn it to go mad. Because how would you learn this entire level? I would love to see some footage, verification footage, or first Victor footage of this level, just because it seems like an interesting level to play through, but if it doesn't exist, well, oh well. Check this level out, but only if you are really into memory levels and really into practice mode. So for this section, I sort of went a little out of order for, like, Touhou songs. The way I've been doing this video so far is I've just been going down the list and progression throughout the games, but I sort of went out of order for this. That's because Lunatic Princess is a really popular Touhou song to use, specifically the Raygon remix. Ever since its use in Lunatic Doom Machine, it's been used in a lot of red-themed levels. I don't want to say hell-themed levels, because they're red and not hell-themed, and it even inspired a level that, if rated, would be on the demon list, Twilight Abyss, hosted by Rhinoxus. This level, to my knowledge, is the hardest level that uses a Touhou song that isn't a nerf Yatagarasu, and I don't think that one counts, because there's already an officially rated Yatagarasu, so only one can enter the ring. Twilight Abyss is the hardest Touhou level, to my knowledge. Correct me if I'm wrong, because I would love to know and correct that. I can't really make any comments on this level because the gameplay is way too hard for me, and the decoration, it's alright. It's a little all over the place, but it's pretty decent. It's fun to look at. So, I can't comment on that, but I can comment on Scarlet Devil by Eternus Whip VMAX. Why do I recognize that name? What else did he make? Oh, Fairy Knife Hell! Anyway, Scarlet Devil's a little bit weird, because it's called Scarlet Devil, but uses Lunatic Princess. That's the only thing weird about it. This level rocks. It is better Scarlet Surge. It takes everything Scarlet Surge did and then made it better, made it shorter, and made it into a demon, and I like that. I like the decoration of Scarlet Surge, and I'm glad that someone took that and sort of did something else with it. This gameplay is pretty fun, and I really recommend checking this level out. It's a lot of fun to play. And finally, there are two final levels that I don't have too much to talk about. Entropy by Zillagong and Thynrath by HDAO. Entropy, I have nothing to say on because there are no words that I can use to convey the feelings that I have for this level. It is really just an art piece that needs no words, just visuals to interpret. I love this level. It's an early 2.0 mess, but I love early 2.0 messes, so it's fine. And Thynrath I didn't really have too much to say about because, again, it has some cool stuff, it speaks for itself, it has a creative decoration and gameplay to it, and it has a fun wave section that I like. I like the decoration of this wave. That's all I have to say about it. On to the next section. Now the next two levels are going to be the Yatagarasu and the Hydrogaryu, both made by Manix. I'm going to talk about the Yatagarasu mostly because both of these levels are basically the exact same with a boss difference, which is weird. I'll get into that. Both of these levels, well, the Yatagarasu is a mess. It's a weird mess to look at. It's a terrible mess to play. I don't like playing this level. It's not fun. It's weird with its hitboxes, and it's also very hard to sight read. And the level has no coherency and theming at all. I sort of just don't like that. Paired up with just having early 2.1 decoration, it's sort of just a mess all over the place. And for some reason, you go to Distortion World and Fate Rayquaza for some reason, I don't know. The big interesting thing about this is, for some reason, this level has a controversy where people say that Manix stole assets from other creators. Isn't true. He credits the designs and the original creators at the end of the level, and those credits go back as early as the first verification of the level. So I don't understand why people don't like this level, and so this level didn't get a feature or epic because of these quote-unquote stolen assets that were credited at the end of the level. So Manix decided to remake the level with a Hydra instead of a three-legged bird. That apparently fixed everything, but I don't care. That's the story that I could find. I don't know if it's particularly true. I would love to get some clarification on this. But either way, this level kinda sucks. I don't like it very much. It has cool settings. I like the Distortion World. Other than that, gameplay sucks, the boss fights are unreadable, and I think you can tell already, I spent a little too long trying to play through these levels, and I just didn't vibe with them at all. I don't recommend playing this level, but I do recommend watching it, because it's a fun thing to look at. Next level is Morbius. I don't actually know what this level is, so it would be nice to get a refresher. Let's see what this level contains. Why did I put this on the list? Okay, the actual next level is Flame of Nuclear by Quilly. I really like this level. It feels like it drags on for a little too long, which is weird because it's a very fast-paced level. You're almost always at 4 times speed. That's just a me thing. Now this level, different from other levels, actually has like a story to it. You're in a nuclear reactor, the nuclear reactor explodes, and you run away from the debris. That's how it goes. I really like the decoration. It may seem like a little simple and repetitive, but I'm fine with it. And also, I like looking at the giant ball of sun. It's cool that just like the sun, staring at this thing for a little too long burns my eyes. Anyway, there's not too much to say about the decoration. This is more gameplay focused than decoration focused, and this is a little too hard for me, so play this level if you're good at fast-paced gameplay. It's been a while since I've talked about a rated level. Well, it's only been 2 levels. Whatever. Let's look at Tatox 3 by GP is the best. So where do I begin with this level? This feels like what people imagine early 2.2 levels to be like. This is a nightmare. There's constant effects spammed throughout the entire level. The screen is tilted for some reason, and also I think zoomed in. And everything is just really hard to see. This level is really hard on the eyes. But on the bright side, it's sort of like a dreamlike sort of feeling when you play this level. That's all I got, and that wasn't even my own opinion. I just took someone else's opinion. Yeah, this level feels like a dream when you're playing through it, and yeah, the effects and everything do sort of give off that feeling and vibe. That's all I got. Next question, why is this level called Tatox 3? What does that mean? What are the intentions behind the title, and what does it have to do with the level? I don't know, and I will never know what Tatox 3 is. Oh well. Finally, we have True Administrator by Nixton. I did not pronounce that right at all. This level is beautiful, and I wish I had something to say about it, but I have very little knowledge about 10 Desires. So, I don't have too much to say. I really like the background decoration. The background decoration goes hard in this level. I love it so much. And I also really like the Miko boss fight in this. It's just a fun level to look at, and I love it, and I want more people to see it. This entire video is just, I want more people to see Touhou levels. But True Administrator especially. This looks really good. Go check it out. Before I end it off with my 3 favorite Touhou levels, there's been quite a few levels that I didn't bring up just because I didn't know how to bring them up, so I'm gonna really quickly read through all these levels because the point of this video is to bring more attention to Touhou levels in Geometry Dash. So you should check out Ice World by Onceler, Ice Sign Perfect Freeze by Thunderstar, Tomboyish Girl by That Name, Touhou Stage Cyrano by Axe-G, Versus Cyrano by Harpui, Rumia by Linear 2, Shanghai of Meiji by Chris G120, That Word by Paracosm X7, Dark Inferno by Beartix, Necrophantasia by FN Cold Days, Yukari Yakumo by King Quail, Mystia Lorelei by Linear 2, Corridor Marisa by Koish Loves Nino, Desire Drive by Square 01, and every single level made by Shemo. And also check out the list of Touhou demons. And with that, my 3rd favorite Touhou level in Geometry Dash is Owen is She 2. This level is a massive improvement to Owen and She 1 in both gameplay and also decoration. This time, you're going through the entire Scarlet Devil Mansion. There's better gameplay, and there's even a little boss fight section at the end against Vermelia. It's really cool, and you should play it. My 2nd favorite is Transient Faith by All Voice. This level is amazing. It has a lot of fun references to Mountain of Faith. It has the Moria Shrine in the background in one section, and even has Little Sine boss fight. I love it. The gameplay as well is pretty fun. It has some fun sync to it, and the song is also pretty good. And finally, my favorite Touhou level in Geometry Dash is Setsugen by Maru Neko. This is a really simple decorated level, but I like the concept that they're going for with the Endless Winter and also using Chen's stage theme, which is really cool. I really like the gameplay of this. It's nice and simple, and it has some really good decoration to pair with it. It's just a fun time to play, and I really like collecting the coin. It's just a good time, and I really want you to check the level out. And with that, that is every level that I could find. The end. If you made it to the end of this video, I'm sorry. This was not my greatest video. It wasn't very good, I don't think. I was not ready to tackle talking about Geometry Dash levels, and I think I knew that from the start. I think that's why it took so long for me to make this video. I just wanted to bring more awareness to Geometry Dash levels, but I was not ready to review all the levels. I don't even know how to review GD levels, so I'm probably not going to do this again. Next video, I'm going to talk about like Soul Knight or something so that I can get back to my roots as talking about video games with structure and not Geometry Dash levels. Sorry about this video. Also, if you made it this far, please check out all the Newground artists that are featured in the credits. YouTube didn't like it when I posted Newground links last time, so I'm not going to, but please check out all the guys that are shown here. I really like listening to Newground remixes, and I recommend you check these ones out.